Monorail.
It's like
Yeah. Tom Cruise moneymaker.
Tom Cruise moneymaker.
This very evening. This very evening. This very evening. We are here with Camden Hell's Lager, which is made in Camden Town Brewery.
Oh,
That was good timing as well. We are NSYNC. Call me Justin Timberlake.
Can I be Joey Fatone?
You can be whoever you want, mate.
That's not bad. I mean, I'd probably order that in a pub now. I've had that.
Why? Because you know the name and you like the look of the can.
Please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us, any beer company.
Any beer company, please.
So, yeah, we're here to talk to you about films because this is the Film Me In podcast. I am Marley.
I'm Callum.
And we have got a brand new film to talk to you about.
Dun 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 dun.
Diddle-oo! Diddle-oo! So, I watched Mission Impossible Fallout?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I watched Mission, which I actually did hear during the film, which is something that I love when you hear the name of the film in the film. That's great.
Yeah.
So I watched Mission Impossible this very evening, and you know why that's relevant? Because Simon Pegg was in it. And he says, this very evening.
This very
In
evening.
what film?
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. This very evening. This very evening. This very evening. It's fresh in our minds, and we are ready to talk
I have a
about
mustache, just like Henry Cavill. Can you edit it out?
Probably not. Henry Cavill, in that film, it's like they thought, you know what, Tom Cruise is losing it a bit. Let's just find the best looking man on the planet and put him in a film. What did you think?
I thought it was really good in like 20-minute bursts. And the rest of it was just a bit like... come on.
It was quite long, right?
Yeah, it was like, what, 2 hours,
2 hours
20
long?
minutes or something like that?
Yeah, I mean...
And I felt myself, at some points, more interested in the crisps I was eating at the time.
I wasn't eating any crisps or drinking any drink. I went in cold turkey, as they say in the trade. The
action set pieces that Tom Cruise does, did you know he does his own stunts?
I did know that, yeah, I did. He's also got an asymmetric mouth.
What, where his middle tooth is in the middle of his face?
Well, he shouldn't have a middle tooth, that's the point. I sort of agree, but I actually did enjoy it throughout. Like, I thought the action scenes were very good.
Yeah,
that one fight scene in the
bathroom.
Cleanest bathroom you've ever seen in your life.
Oh boy.
Not
it's a
anymore
clean
though,
one.
that got smashed to
Got
bits.
blood all over it.
Honestly, that sequence was brilliant. It was so good.
It was very good. All the set pieces were good, really. The whole chase through Paris was pretty good.
Yeah.
On the motorbike. The helicopter scene was pretty good as well. I also liked the strong use of the classic rippy face.
Yeah, there was a lot of rippy face when they faked the TV studio.
That wasn't
it wasn't the very opening, but it led into that section.
Oh, and then it led into the credits.
Yeah. Everything before the credits. That whole sort of segment was really
very
enjoyable.
Good.
Lots of reveals throughout the film. Lots of
twists and turns.
But I would say it was less.
I'd say it was less twisty and turny than
Star Wars.
Yeah, Solo. But that's the kind of film I want, twists and turns, like a spy sort of noir kind of thing.
There
like
was
who is the real villain in this? There was just bits in the middle where they were effectively setting up the next scene. That's the bits I didn't like, because it ramped up the pace to 100 miles an hour and it brought it right back down. And took me out of the moment slightly. And I didn't think that the villain, he was like, oh my god, he's the #1 terrorist in the world, and it's for most of the film he's just sitting in a chair. Yeah, the bad guy in the last film, and now he's still in this film, and now he's still in the next film, potentially. Yeah, potentially. Because they're going to do another one, aren't they? Yeah, of course they are. Moneymaker. Tom Cruise moneymaker. Tom Cruise moneymaker. Eric Baldwin. Eric Baldwin. Yeah. Alec Baldwin. Yeah. It had Eric Baldwin. He's in the previous one, though, I think. Yeah. He's like the sort of leader of the IMF, isn't he? He's like the head honcho. He's always pretty consistent, though, isn't he? It doesn't matter what type of film Alec Baldwin's in. It's like, it can be
like a comedy where he plays a bit part that's like non-essential.
30 Rock, he's good in that.
Anything like that, or you know, pretty much a standard American guy. Like I know I'm making it sound like he could play any role. Yeah. He can play pretty much any standard American guy, which is quite a limited number of roles.
Well, I really like the fact that in Mission Impossible specifically, Ving Rhames is such a massive guy. You think, oh, he's the muscle, he's the tech guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love that.
I feel like you get a bit of that crossover of job with him and Simon Pegg, similar to
you and your micromanagement.
Yeah, well, this is the thing.
You just want to downsize, streamline businesses.
Mate, that's what it's about. You're wasting money on employment right there. It is that whole Aquafina and Rihanna crossover again. Like at one point, Simon Pegg's working out how to disarm the bomb, and then the next minute he's got to ask how to disarm it. And I'm like, you just spent ages working out how to do that.
So and you asked Ving Rhames that.
Yeah, I couldn't work that out. But aside from that, loads of wonderful sequences of really intense action, really beautifully cut together.
Oh yeah,
I want to go to Kashmir like immediately.
What? Sweater, Kashmir.
Yeah,
sweater.
I want to go to Kashmir. I want to buy a Kashmir sweater.
You buy that, mate.
No, honestly, I don't know how much of that was real and how much of it was.
Well, probably most of it is on location.
But it was absolutely stunning, and I just was thinking to myself, the location scout that found this place, crikey, what a job. Like every location was stunning. I don't know how they managed to get that whole Paris scene, statues at the side and and the Eiffel Tower like directly behind them. It was completely empty. There was nobody there. I was like, alright.
You do know they can close streets.
No, they can. Yeah, I know they can close streets for films, but they don't. But if it's realistic, they're not just going to close the street so two people can have a chat. Yeah. And the whole idea of driving a motorbike the wrong way around the Arc de Triomphe was a really good idea because anyone who's ever been to Paris knows that it's almost impossible to drive the right way around it. So, that was pretty intense.
Who else we got in that film? Rebecca Ferguson. She was all right. I mean, I think she played more of a role in the last one. Whereas this one, she was just sort of a bit part, and she was just sort of like, I'm here to help when you think all is lost, like to shoot someone in the face when you think he's about to die, or something like that. So it's no discredit to her, but I just feel like her role, if we're talking in Marley's sort of, streamlining the business, she didn't need to. You could have saved yourself a bit of salary there.
Could have done. There was lots of sightseeing to be done.
Oh, absolutely.
In London. He threw a chair out of a window. There was a few little comedy sections throughout
the whole chair jumping out of a window thing.
Yeah. Is that
comedy.
Name any others?
Yeah.
The part where they all said helicopter. Did you notice that? They were all like helicopter, helicopter. You can fly a helicopter, helicopter. And I was like,
monorail.
Yeah. I was like, it's like a Simpsons throwback right now. I felt like that one guy with a hat was just going to burst through the door. What's it called? Helicopter.
Monorail. On the bad side of things, I did not like Henry Cavill's character.
Which one's that?
Mr. Handsome. I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because with the whole Superman thing, it's a bit more of a darker turn, and he's supposed to be a bit more broody.
Yeah.
But when you've got one expression, which is this.
Yeah.
I can't take you seriously. And then he's just very he doesn't deliver any lines other than, I think you're the bad guy. No sort of inflection on your voice.
I also thought they referred to him as the Hammer, right, at one point because he's meant to be super tough. He's like the world's greatest
top
assassin.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that impressive in terms of actual fighting and stuff like that. I didn't think.
No, Tom Cruise beat him up, and Tom Cruise is 5'4".
Yeah, he also wasn't a very good shot with a gun either. I know there were a couple of times when he was shooting a gun. He wasn't
out of the helicopter?
Yeah, helicopter. He shot monorail. He was shooting out that helicopter for a good 10 minutes. That's another point actually. So how long was the timer on the bomb?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. So I looked at my watch when the timer was set off.
Okay.
And it was a good 25 minutes before the bomb didn't explode.
Right, it's
spoiler alert.
it's a film, right?
I know it's a film, but I get really frustrated with that because I do think I understand you can do what you want, you can drag the time up because you have artistic license and whatever, but realistically, it would be nice just for once for a film to actually... Because it wasn't that much longer that they couldn't have...
Yeah.
And there was a lot of shooting out of the helicopter.
Oh, I did feel that went on a bit too much. Yeah. It was like constantly...
Yeah,
so
he jumped over... At one point, he jumped from one side of the helicopter... one side of the helicopter to the other side of the helicopter about 4 times, and we had to see him do it 4 times, and I was like, come on!
Did you like the little bit when he got in the other helicopter and like beat up the Henry Cavill lookalike?
Yeah, I did.
Do you think that's his stunt double?
I don't know, possibly. There was one scene where Tom Cruise was running over the top of one of the London buildings, and there was a woman like doing something on her computer.
Oh yeah, she's
I recognised her. I think she might be. No, I think she might be a comedian, like a British comedian.
Oh well, if anyone knows,
drop us a comment.
I didn't really pay attention to the actress.
No,
you said it. I
kind of recognised her and thought, is she? She looks like someone who possibly is a British comedian.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think like someone.
It's when he like jumps and like sort of hits his ribs on the building, isn't it? Has to like scramble. That's the bit you're talking about. Yeah. We all know that Tom Cruise is not the tallest man in the world. I've just mentioned he's 5'4". He did not look very tall at all. In any scene, I was just like, oh, there he is, little Tom Cruise.
Oh, little Tom Cruise at it again, saving the world. There he is. Love that little guy.
So, how are we rating this, Molly? What do you reckon?
Considering how long the film was, it didn't feel like it was that long. There was loads of really good action sequences, a reasonable cast, and all round I enjoyed it. I think I'm going to give it 8 Eric Bowers out of 10.
I'm similar to yourself, but I thought that the sort of roller coaster ride of pacing and massive action scene to let's just talk about what's going to happen in the next scene effectively spoiled it for me slightly. I'm going to have to give it 3 melted face Henry Cavills out of 5. Apart from that, really good film. Go and watch it at your local cinema.
I would definitely recommend people go and watch it. Take your mum.
Yeah.
Take your dad.
Take your granddad.
Take your granddad. He might like it too. He might have seen the original Mission Impossible in 1964, whenever that film came out. It does seem like it was a long, long time ago now.
If you like the video, guys, don't forget to follow us on all the social medias.
Also, drink Camden Hell's Lager.
Yes.
Apparently, because that's what we're drinking.
This is a tasty drink.
And if we're drinking it, it must be good.
Tell your friends, tell your mum, like, share, and subscribe. Peace out. I grew a moustache.
From drinking that?
Yes, I took one drink of it and I immediately grew a moustache.
There you go.